Who are your two favorite female Bible characters? Not because they are popular, but because they feel like you. I'll go first. Mine are Esther and Judith. And honestly, it's not even because of how their stories ended. It's because of the kind of decisions they had to make. Let's start with Esther. A lot of people talk about Esther like she was just this bold, confident queen. But when you really look at her story, she was a young woman placed in a situation she didn't control. She didn't choose the palace. She didn't choose the pressure. She didn't choose the responsibility. But it found her. And one day, everything changed. Her people were about to be destroyed. And she was the only one in a position to say something. But here's the part people don't always sit with. If she went to the king without being invited, she could be killed. So this was not just go and speak. This was risk your life. And I keep thinking about that moment. No loud voice from heaven. No angel standing in front of her. Just silence and a decision. Do I stay safe? Or do I do what is right? Before she acted, she did something very important. She prayed. She fasted. She didn't rush. And then she said something that honestly is one of the strongest lines in the Bible. If I perish, I perish. That is not someone who feels brave. That is someone who has accepted the cost. And I think that's what makes her story so real. Because sometimes faith is not feeling strong. Sometimes faith is saying, God, I'm scared. I don't feel ready. I don't even know if this will work. But I will still do what is right. And if we're honest, we all have Esther moments. Moments where speaking up could cost you something. Where doing the right thing is uncomfortable. Where staying quiet is easier, but not right. It could be in your family, at work, with your friends. That moment where your heart is beating fast. And you know this decision matters. That's Esther. Not perfect. Not fearless. Just obedient. Even when it's scary. Now let's talk about Judith. Her story is different. No crown. No palace. No special position. Just a woman. In a serious crisis. Her people were under threat. Everyone was afraid. People were waiting. Hoping something would change. And Judith looked around and realized something very hard. Nobody is coming. No rescue plan. No sudden miracle. No human solution. And instead of panicking, she became very clear. She prepared herself spiritually. She prayed. She focused. Then she made a decision to act. Not loudly. Not for attention. But with wisdom. She dressed intentionally. She entered the enemy camp. She waited for the right moment. And when the time came, she acted with courage. Her story is intense, yes. But the deeper lesson is this. Sometimes we keep waiting for help, when God is actually asking us to move. That moment when you keep thinking, someone else will fix this, someone else will speak, someone else will take responsibility, and then something inside you starts to push you. What if it's me? That's Judith. She didn't wait to be chosen. She didn't wait for permission. She prepared. And she moved. And honestly, that kind of courage. It's quiet, but it's powerful. And this is why these two mean so much to me. Because they represent two very real seasons in life. There are times you are like Esther. You didn't choose the responsibility. But now you're in it. And you're scared. But you still have to show up. And then there are times you are like Judith. No one is calling your name. No one is pushing you. But deep down, you know it's time to stop waiting. Both seasons require faith. Both seasons require courage. Both seasons require you to trust God. Even when you don't feel ready. Let me be honest. I think we all go through these two seasons again and again. Sometimes, you're praying for strength to face something difficult. That's Esther. Other times, you're realizing that you actually need to take a step. That's Judith. And neither of them had everything figured out. They just chose to trust God. One decision at a time. So, yeah, Esther taught me how to obey, even when I'm afraid. Judith taught me how to move, even when nobody is watching. And both of them remind me that you don't have to feel ready to do something meaningful. Now I really want to know, who are your two favorite Bible characters? And what did they teach you about real life?